Windsor West, and we will continue to fight for all of Windsor West after this election tonight.
Hello, my name is Rowan and I am representing the Lance. Today we will be looking at a brief video profile of Brian Masse. Masse was recently re-elected for the 7th term as federal MP in the Windsor West riding for the New Democratic Party, and was first elected in 2002. What many people may not know about Brian is that he is still working on his sociology degree here at the University of Windsor. He has completed all of his coursework, but is yet to complete his thesis portion of his master's due to his busy career as a politician. I had the opportunity to interview him before he was re-elected this year. Could you please state your name and give a brief description of yourself?
Brian Masse, New Democratic candidate for Windsor West, been the former Member of Parliament for this riding for 17 years, formerly a City Councillor, a PSW, personal support worker. I've worked on behalf of persons with disabilities and youth at risk, and a lifelong Windsor resident. Well, yeah, you really can. It's over 17 years. It's everything. It's in the billions of dollars. And then there's more money that's gone into the University of Windsor, for example, over those 17 years. There's been successive investments that have included the science and education building. It's most recently, but it also goes back to some of the other buildings that built around our healthcare, and also a whole series of other initiatives that have taken place for the campus. We also have St. Clair College that's received some funding as well too, and it goes on in terms of even some of the innovation dollars that we've received. So I've been working with coalition with groups and organizations to get funding here. So as a member of the opposition, I sometimes don't get to cut the ribbon, I don't get to do the fancy moment with the cameras and so forth. I'm usually at the side, or they include me later, but I don't care. The bottom line is that we get money, we get results, and more importantly, people have a better future because of that.
Now that we have had a look at Brian briefly introducing himself, viewed his victory speech, and listened to him discuss what he feels he has contributed to the Windsor-Essex community during his time in office, we will conclude with some of his comments about his involvement here at the university.
So the university has been a big part of my life, because not only just as a resident in the neighborhood for the other area and as a city councillor representing it, I've seen it really emerge as one of the significant economic players for our city. The fact of the matter is the University of Windsor not only just has a great reputation in our community, but also our country and even internationally. Most recently, we've been pushing it for a Center for Disease and improvements with regards to testing and moving waste from animals to that of a better diversity for testing for non-animal products and stuff like that. So there's been simple stuff like that was emerging programs, to more sophisticated ones where there's been actually an involvement, like the engineering building, for example, and so forth. But as a city councillor, it's been about how do we emerge the university into our community and people taking advantage of the education. I'm always impressing upon students to finish your program with regards to your master's degree, because I finished everything but my thesis. So I've had successive elections interrupt my thesis process, so it's on a hiatus at the moment. So I finished for my master's of sociology all my coursework except for the thesis aspect. So at some point in time I've got to finish that. So I always, when I talk at the university, I say, don't forget to finish your paperwork on all your thesis, because I have one credit to do, and I've had successive elections that have actually and work, and Dr. Barry Adams is my advisor actually for that. And so how it relates to my current position is I actually worked on a lot of issues for persons with disabilities, and it's been the forefront for some of the things I've worked in Parliament. We actually were able to successfully, back in my first tenure in Parliament, save the disability tax credit. The Liberals under John Manley wanted to cancel that. This is a tax credit for persons with disabilities. We fought with the community and we got actually coalitions together, saved it, and now that tax credit still is available for persons with disabilities across our country. So that was part of what my thesis was about, and now I just got to finish that at some point in time, because it's the one unfinished business that I have, and I'm very proud to have a university like Windsor as part of my history. I just want to make sure it's part of my degree at the end of the day.